Hey, what's going on, guys? Games here. In this video we're gonna create a visual selector of HTML elements using JavaScript that would be running directly in Chrome Developer Tools console on whatever given target site. But before we start, I would actually like to demonstrate how it works first. So let's consider this sort of a famous quotes to scrape site, and I just want to invoke my developer tools and navigate to console tab and just paste the source code that was in my clipboard at the moment. It's not really that big amount of code, to be honest, and if I just run this and I don't need this developer tools anymore, you see like now I have this colors representing the selectors when I'm navigating to like the parent element and then just to the child element and another child element and so on. And also a table has been appended here. So let's consider I'm selecting this div tag with the class of quote. It also has this items code and item type, which are equal to nothing, basically attributes. We can have a look at the tag name of span with a class of text represents the given quote. Also the item prop is equal to text, so just whatever attribute is selected to make use of as a selector is being shown and available here. So here we got a small tag with a class author, and say we have this div with a class of tags, and every single tag will also have them as well. Also the h reference if available. We also have the h reference for the given author So this is kind of it. And you know, like I'm not sure if this sort of an application is about to be used in production, but this is something that I would like to have for my own self when debugging the CSS selectors during creating my real world web scrapers. So if you're interested, this is exactly the script or the app, or you can even call this Chrome extension if you want, but it's not the format of Chrome extension, to be honest. But this is exactly the same stuff that we're supposed to be creating in this particular video. So if you're interested to know how it kind of works, buckle up and we begin. So I just navigate back to this quotes to scrape, and I want to invoke my developer tools just to be able to copy paste the code as long as I write it on, and trying to debug this stuff to see what kind of happens. So let me just adjust the size here, and here is the source file where we're supposed to be writing some sort of a code. So the very first thing to consider, we need to import JQuery, because all this stuff works with the help of JQuery. So let's create a variable called JQ that would be equal document dot create element, and I want to create the script tag here. And now we can say jQuery dot source, so we're specifying the source attribute value. In order to take this, let's search for cdn jQuery and trying to grab some path that we were supposed to be using as the reference to the jQuery code. So let's try this minified one and this sort of code. So just grab this and paste this right over in here. So the next thing to consider, we actually need to append this sort of element to our document. So if I can say document dot find elements by tag's name, I guess, and we're looking for head tag and our first element, and we want to append our jQuery variable. And if I did everything correctly, this should have appended jQuery. So let me just try to quickly check this out. So in order to do this, I just want to go to my elements and the head. So right over in here it should have appeared. So as far as I paste this into the console, not a function, so probably by tag name instead. Oh, get elements, I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not that easy to type this without help of what we got here in console, basically some hints. So elements, now yeah, it did create our jQuery, which is absolutely fantastic. So but I would be reloading page every time just to make sure it works from scratch. And now actually, in order to be able to work with this jQuery, we need to wait until jQuery is loaded, and we're supposed to be using a set timeout function here. I'm just wondering, did I spell until correctly? I'm really sorry guys, I hate making grammar mistakes, so just want to make sure that until is 1L. Yeah, sorry. So actually here we need to say set timeout, and it would take the function where we're supposed to be, oh my god, function where we're supposed to be writing our logic and also specify the delay. So whatever we write right over in here would be done after 1 second after this stuff is loaded. So just to bear that in mind to make sure that everything kind of works. So okay, I just want to make sure. So, well, the very first thing to consider here, we don't want to navigate to a new URL if we click on it, but instead we would like to get some data regarding this sort of a URL. So the very first thing, let's disable links, and in order to do this, we need to match the entire body element here, and within the onClick method we'll have a function and that takes the event as an argument, and here we can simply say e.prevent default, which would ignore the default behavior of clicking on links. And now you see, like, it's not really navigating anywhere, so this is absolutely the same behavior that we're supposed to be having here. So this is already pretty nice, and now we need to provide let's actually try to provide logic of highlighting the elements that we're putting our mouse over. So but before this, so I just call this main logic, but it's a bit too broad, but I would be given more commands along the way. So now I want to select all the elements within the body, and I'm using the jQuery each function to loop over all of these elements basically. And now we can use this keyword in order to reference the particular element. So here let's say on mouse over event, and here I would say mouse over and function dislike, and then we would be making use of mouse down event, yeah, mouse down, and function, same stuff here, and finally mouse out event. So when we know that we kind of did walk away from the given element. And let's just test this stuff. So I just want to console log, let's say mouse up, mouse over, and here mouse down, and here mouse out. So just want to paste in, and now you see, like, we got this events being recognized, and if I click the mouse, we see like this mouse down is about to appear. So perfect. So from now on we can actually try to start defining our highlights. So but before that I want to create I want to define a couple of variables. So let's say background color, and create the variable called bgColor that would be storing the value of the current background color of a given element. And also we will define the colors for highlighting. So let's say highlight colors, and let's call this bar colors, and this would be a list. And now we well, first let's just say like red, yellow, and say I don't know, cyan and gray, and then later on we will convert them to a more beautiful gray scale as we have in the initial version. So this like, and now when we have this mouse over, we need to store our background colors. So background color, just to return, just to make it back, just to store the variable. So after we using this mouse out event, we would be restoring the current given background color. So bgColor here would be equal to this, and I guess CSS, right? And background color, okay. So we don't want to print anything here. And also, so here I would just say like store current background color, and then let's say highlight element. And here I would be using try catch set statement, sorry, because we would be referencing the colors list indexes, and in case if the index would be out of range, this exception would be covered right over in here. We're not going to be doing anything here, we just can give a message to the user like no color available, so this like. And here we need to say copy and paste. So this background color would be set to colors indexed by, and now we're supposed to be using the length of, so you know, like the idea is every element could have from 0 to whatever number of child elements. So we'll be using the number of child elements as the index in this colors array here. So let's just say like this dot children dot length. So this would be given like, say if this is the leaf node, it would have 0 children. In this case the index would be 0, and we would be so the elements that have no children would be highlighted by red, elements having one child would be highlighted by yellow, by 2 by cyan, 3 by gray. So this is kind of it. And also right over in here we need to restore background color. So background color would be equal to bgColor. And now I hold my breath and try to update the page and paste the code in and run this again, and I hope, okay, unexpected token, so I got some syntax error here. Okay, let me just quickly check this out. When we debugging within the console, it's not really that easy to realize where exactly the problem is. So Where is the unexpected token? Oh, nope. So this is right. Oh, hold on a sec. First, I did put this in the wrong place completely. Hold on a sec. It had to be, yeah, this like. Okay, so just first let's try to fix this synthetic errors, still some there. Okay, this. Okay, just hold on a second. Okay, sorry guys, I just realized that we need to pass the exception within the sketch. You know, JavaScript is not my main language. I'm a Python developer specializing in web scraping, so it's not really that this synthetic details are not really that well known to me. So let's try to actually put this code in again. Okay, now no errors, and now we see like our highlighting is available, but we didn't yet restore our colors, but still we got this red that represents the element with no children. Then yellow has two childs, right, or one or two. So the darker the color becomes, the more children it has, basically. So yeah, now let's actually try to restore again, like restore background color. So here, background color paste would be equal to BG color that did actually contain the initial sort of, yeah, you see like now we have this being restored. You see like, so the highlighting kind of works, but I don't really like this sort of colors, and that's the reason to pick up somewhat more pretty colors. And in order to do this, let's try to make use of what is known as the color picker. It's available in here. Okay. And I was using this grayscale and this 4 in particular. So I don't remember really. Did I mean the darkest to be the 0 element, or how? So well, let's try to copy this one and replace this right over in here, and then let's try to this one. No, this one would be here. Save. I hope I didn't miss the order, because it did take me quite a bit of time to find the nice, good looking colors in the version that I've shown you in the very beginning of this video, in the demonstration part. So let's have a look. Okay, so okay, and just paste this in. Okay, not sure if this was this like, actually probably I missed the order, but this looks quite pretty nice as well, I believe. So I guess we can kind of store this sequence of colors right over in here. Okay, so now let's see what kind of next we're supposed to be doing here. So let's handle the mouse down event now. So at the moment we don't yet have the table appended at the very beginning of the document in order to being able to print the extracted data, but first we would be printing this to the console. So let's go to this mouse down event, and here let's create kind of two variables. So first we need to create this so selector, right? HTML element selector, and let's create a variable selector, and it would be empty just for a while. And also let's create HTML element text, so variable text would be equal, and this one can be already initialized actually, so we need to say simply like this dot text. Okay, so let's let's also log this to console.log, and let's log our text first. Okay, and paste. So now as far as I change, okay, so it gives already kind of too many elements, so in order to avoid this behavior I need to say return false here. I guess this should have helped. So okay, the world we have created, so we got the text here, we got the author, okay, got this about, goes to scrape, so whatever text is available. And also we need to pick up the selectors that I've been talking about, and this is going to be a little bit more difficult, so pick up selectors. And also so the text is quite pretty clear, so now let's actually be writing our selectors, save. And the very first thing to consider regarding the selectors, I would like to say, so tag, it would be equal to this dot prop and tag name, this like, and also to lowercase, because by default it would be the uppercase. Sorry, it's kind of wrong place for it here. And I want to add the BR tag at the very end to make a new line after this selector, and this would have been needed actually not printed within the console, but this would have been needed when we're supposed to be appending the data to our table. So let's try this again. Okay, something horrible has happened, I guess. Selectors is not defined. Selector. Okay, just a little typo, sorry guys. Yeah, I need to update this every time. So okay, we got this tag and span. This BR won't be really printed when we're supposed to be appending data to tables, so just ignore it for a while. So we got this span tag, we got this small tag, we got this a tag. You see, like, again a tag, we got this div tag, so the tag name is about to appear here. And now not pick up attributes, but pick up selectors, but pick up attributes. And here we'll make use of JQuery each again, so the first argument would be this dot attributes to loop over all the attributes, and then the callback function here. So I can say, so by default this dot attributes would result a list in return, and every element might have key value pair or might not have. And just for safety, let's handle this as well. So we say, like, if this dot specified, and then well, let's just hold on, guys. Okay, so we can say simply selectors plus equals, and now this dot, or hold on a sec, not this, like, just no jQuery selector is needed, just this dot name, and this like, yeah, and this dot value, right? And again, we want the BR at the very end. It won't be really that nice pre-printed within the console, I guess, but still, okay. So let's just gonna try this, or you know, like, okay, let's just make it a new line as far as we're debugging this within the console, and then I will just change this to the BR text, so just to make it more clear. Okay, so we got this tag span, class text, item prop text, style. Okay, and this style, you see, like, we got this styles which comes from the highlighting that we've just applied ourselves. So we just want to avoid this sort of behavior, so we can say we can add another condition if actually this the property and tag name and to lowercase is not equal to style. Okay, or we can avoid using to lowercase, but just make it this like, I guess. So let's try. Okay, paste, run. Okay, oh my god, we still have this, so probably it's okay. Okay, come on, what did I do wrong there? Sorry guys, I just forgot, we don't really need to use this complicated jQuery, we just can say way easier like this dot name, that's it. I'm sorry for this, yeah, so this dot name and this should work. So now now I hope we will avoid printing the style here. Yeah, so we did get rid of our style attribute because it's not really about being used during creating your web scrapers. Okay, perfect. So I guess from now on we can instead of printing this data to the console, like right over in here, we can already create our table element to append data to the table above this sort of a document. So label links. So before everything else, here we want append. Let's say render selectors table, and let's pick up the entire HTML, and we use the prepend in order to actually prepend the data. And here I'm starting to write the bare HTML. So table. It would need to have some CSS styles, but I would add them just later on. So first, let me just create the structure itself. So we would be having there like t head and closing the d head, and also t body and closing the t body. Yeah, also one useful thing, we need to specify the ID for our table, so let's call this selectors. Also, I would like to put a couple of HR elements to make it like HR. This nice cute lines below and above the table. Yeah, also it seems like I just remembered, so the style, we need to say margin left, I would like to have it 50 pixels, just standard. Then, yeah, and the pattern would be within the body elements. So here tr table row tag, and headers th, and here say style padding equals to, let's have 5 pixels. I'm not sure what was the number in my initial implementation. So selectors th and th and content. I don't remember if I did call that content actually or something different, but I guess this should work. So let's actually try to have a look what our table looks like at the moment. Okay, selectors content. Yeah, so also we need to specify the font size. So the font size, I guess it's called medium, so let's check this out as well. Yeah, so now it's way better actually. Okay, we got this patterns as well, so it's quite pretty nice already. Okay, so I guess from now on we can actually start appending our data to the table. So render selectors within the table. Okay, and here we need to pick up a table, so selected by ID selectors, and we're referencing the table body, and we want to append the following stuff here. So we want to append a table row and the table data. So first would stand for the selectors, so this like table data, and the second one would stand for content. So here we're using our text, and here selectors. Okay, paste, run. Okay, yeah, almost, but you see, like these new lines are not recognized as the new lines, so we need to append the BR tags instead of the new lines in order to make it like in the version I've been showing you at the very beginning of this video. So here let's append this BR tag, and here also append the BR tag. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. So we got our div with a class equals to quote, item scope, item type is not available. Okay, so we got a problem with our, so okay, href, we got a problem with our spacing. So let's also add this padding just like we did here. So copy and paste. And paste, save. Okay. Let's close this one. Oh my god, I've done something horrible. Sorry guys. I have done something really horrible. Hold on, I have no idea what's going on. Hold on. Why it's appearing within the selectors? Okay, hold on guys. Okay guys, so let's change this to 10 pixels actually, and it seems like I forgot to append one table row here. Okay, just to make a space, extra space. So okay, sorry. Okay guys, so probably yeah, it's just a typo, so I forgot to put this double quotes, and yeah, now I hold my breath. I really hope this should work from now on. Yeah, just missed the closing quotes. Okay, perfect. So yeah, this is it basically. So we got the span, we got a tag name, class, and all the attributes been listed, the content of every given element. So if the element does have some nested text, basically all the text has been printed here, is being printed here. So this is kind of it. Yeah, this is kind of it. Well, so thanks for watching. Basically, I hope you've enjoyed this video and you select the code in order to the code being written in order to achieve this sort of behavior on the target page. Is not really that long. It doesn't really seem to be that complicated. Just a little bit of JQuery to know, and that's it basically. So again, like, thanks for watching. Please leave your commentaries. What do you think about this sort of stuff? I would appreciate if you write some commentaries below this video. And this is it from my side basically. So until the next time, and take care.